Kia ora. So we're back here. We've got Leighton on the call. Leighton's just finished our 30-day bootcamp course for October 2020. Kia ora, bro.
Kia ora.
Leighton's down in Melbourne, eh, bro?
Yeah.
And guessing by the guitars, a bit of a muso too.
Just because I have them doesn't mean I'm good at playing.
I'm the same, bro. I've got heaps of guitars. I'm not that good on them.
Yeah.
They're nice.
They look nice against the wall blacks. Yeah.
Oh, cool, bro. Well, look, we'll jump into it. I've got a few questions here, and yeah, we'll see what comes of it. So, bro, you've obviously jumped in and finished the course and gone through it. Give us a bit of an idea on your background. Like, what were things like for you before you jumped on board? What were sort of maybe the drivers for even looking for a course and then identifying this one and jumping on?
So I was born in Melbourne, born and raised, but my dad is Māori and my mum is English. And I know growing up, I used to, like a lot of my dad's side grew up here as well, so we used to grow up together. And then probably, I never learned it, never spoke it at home, nothing, but sort of always had the fascination with it growing up. And when I was probably about 14, my uncle passed away and we had the whole tangi and everything. And that was my first real experience with the Māori culture. And just going through that, I was equally fascinated with this new world to me, but also it was very obvious how separated from it I was. Like even the karakia prayer, is that right?
Yeah, karakia.
Yeah. Just all that during the tangi where I'm just listening to someone speak a language you have no idea. You're just like, yeah. And then only in my like mid-20s was the first time I sort of went to New Zealand. I think I've been 3 times now. And the more I've been, especially the last time I went with my dad, and we went for my nan's unveiling of a tombstone at the marae. So that was my first time on a marae, and it was the same thing just the whole time, like, kia ora, that's all I know, kia ora, right? And just a lot of those moments, I just felt, really separated and just because of the language and not knowing. And that was my biggest driver to sort of want to learn, to have at least some sort of conversational fluency so that when I go back, I can sort of feel a bit more connected and like I belong. Not that anyone in my family has ever sort of outcast me in that sense, but just my own, just how I feel inside, regardless of everyone treats me as one of their own, but I just felt like there was a big piece missing. So yeah, that's been my driver to want to learn.
Yeah, bro, I can absolutely relate to that myself, and I know a lot of people can relate to that. Like, even though, you're welcome with open arms by everyone that you see and meet, you just still feel like there's this bit of a void internally. Hey, it's just something that's...
And like, there's nothing wrong with it. Like, it makes sense why I don't know the language. I didn't actually grow up in New Zealand. Like, born and bred in Australia. Like, it makes sense, but there's no reason why I can't make that step to be a bit closer to my heritage. So
yeah, that's a great outlook too, bro. Like, I know a lot of people that feel like a sense of shame that they don't know what they don't know, and it's like you just said. Then you're obviously quite aware of that. Like, you can't know something that you don't know. Like, you can't feel shame about, you shouldn't feel shame about something that you didn't have, where you had no influence over that. So that's a really good outlook that you've got, bro. Cool. That's a really interesting story, bro, and hopefully you've got plenty more trips back home after we finish COVID. Get there one day, bro.
Once I'm out of the cage, So.
Oh, cool, bro. So, all right. So you've gone on that journey, and you've obviously been back home and all the rest of it, and you've seen this course somewhere along the lines? Were there any apprehensions about joining, or anything you sort of thought maybe, oh, I don't know about this, I don't know about this fella?
No, not really. My thing is, I like to learn on my own, like just sort of, doesn't matter what it is, whether it's watching YouTube videos or reading up on stuff online, and just sort of like to figure things out for myself. But this is definitely one of those things that wasn't gonna, I don't know, I just feel like you need a community of some sort to be able to really make use of, especially trying to speak. Like, you can speak in the mirror all you want, but I don't know, it's just, it doesn't work. And I tried, like, I think I found you from just searching on YouTube, and some of your videos came up. I'm pretty sure that's how I ended up sort of just following your Facebook page. And, but it was hard for me to commit. I'm usually so busy. So having this whole COVID thing actually gave me time to be at home and actually sit down, because I don't know, maybe a year or 2 years I've sort of been following you. And I've seen the courses come up, but every time they've come up, I'm like, I know I can't do it, because I'll be able to do like one night a week or something. And it's just, there's no point if I can't commit 100%. So it's kind of a blessing in disguise having this COVID lockdown thing here, because it's, I really wouldn't have signed up this time either if it wasn't for that. So yeah. Did I answer your question? Probably not.
Yeah, bro. No, I definitely did. That's a good point you make about having a bit of extra time now. It seems like this year everyone's had a lot more time to do some more personal interest things, and I know that, you know, Te Reo courses they've just been filling up everywhere. Everyone that I speak to says the same thing. So yeah, I think we're on the same path there, as a lot of people finally got the time to do it and made the commitment and got stuck in and done it.
Yeah.
Cool, bro. So you've gone through the course. What do you think, like, personally for you, was the main result you got from the course, the main thing that you got out of it?
Confidence that I am able to learn. And I think it's a common, I guess, misconception that people think you can't learn a language when you're older. Like, you need to learn it when you're a kid, otherwise it's way harder. And I'm sure it is way harder as an adult, but it definitely isn't impossible. And I think going through these 30 days has been a good confidence booster in that sense, that, oh yeah, if I stick with this, like, I will be able to have some sort of fluency in it. So yeah, that's probably my biggest takeaway, is that it is possible.
Yeah, and when people say that, yeah, it's easier to learn as a kid, it's not. It's like there's this idea that the acquisition of the language is actually easier when you're a kid, but they don't factor in that the kids just, you know, they're usually in this immersion environment. They're just speaking what they hear 24/7. They're not having to go to a class 2 nights a week, and they also don't really care about making mistakes. They don't play these little psychological games in their minds. They don't have all these little internal barriers either that we do as adults.
Yeah, that is one of the biggest things. Like, whoever you talk to, their reason for probably not wanting to commit to it is their own self-belief. They don't believe that they'll be able to. They've already got all these reasons why it couldn't happen. When you get into the mix of it, it's like, they're not even real. Like, I just imagine those things. Like, once you just have a look and take one step, you're like, it's possible. So,
exactly, bro. And that's what we study in that sort of first week. We deal with a lot of that stuff, because it is, like you said, it's just so common with a lot of people. Cool, bro. So you've gone through the course. There's, you know, we've obviously got our accountability groups. We've got our lessons that we do every day, our homework, our activities, ōpaki, our weekly calls. Was there any particular, I guess, feature of the course that really resonated with you, or that, you know, you found worked for you?
The accountability groups, man, that is like, again, that's something, if I tried to learn on my own, that part wouldn't exist. So that is, and I think everyone's different in how they learn, like how they absorb information. Like, it takes me a while to really like go over something repetitively before it really sinks in. And having the accountability group just like makes you learn 10 times quicker, I think. Well, for me anyway, yeah. Just being able to actually speak to people and like, I'll look at some of the lessons or the homework and do it. And then as soon as I talk, like share what I think I'm doing right with the accountability group and then have their input, it's like, I've been looking at this so wrong. And then even just being able to practice with them and have people who are on the same level as you and you know, on the exact same page, doing the exact same lesson and homework, it's just so much easier to sort of bounce back and forth with them, which, yeah, for me was the biggest help to actually be able to absorb the information. So that alone was, yeah, worth the admission fee just to have access to the group. Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm glad you're saying that, bro, because, you know, for me, when I'm, you know, trying to, I guess, explain to people what the course is like, what the benefits are, you know, a lot of people come here thinking, okay, I'm going to join this, I'm just going to go and do this course, this language course. But like that little factor there that you're talking about, the ability to communicate with the people in your group, communicate with people that they're at the same level, they're following the same curriculum. You know, I can sit here and explain something to you, but like you said, it was really reinforced when you were able to actually put that into practice with your peers in your accountability group. So yeah, I think it just does show the power of actually just speaking, not just thinking about what you're learning.
Definitely.
Cool, bro. So you've gotten through the course, gotten to the end of it. For anyone watching at home that might be thinking about doing the course, considering it, would you recommend the course to them? And if so, why?
I'd 100% recommend it. The amount, even 2 weeks in, especially my accountability group, we were already like, wow, 2 weeks, like the amount, I've gone from Kia to like so many structures that I can comprehend and not just mimic, say this line, like actually understand the structure of what's happening. Yeah, 100% I would recommend this course. Like it's 30 days and it is intense, but if you've got the time and you can commit, I would definitely do it. I think the other thing is like, know why you want to do it. Like if you just sort of do it for the sake of doing it, like it's not really going to work out for you. Like if you have a strong reason why you want to do this, like that's going to help you for the 30 days, like, because it is intense. But yeah, if you've got a good reason why you want to be doing it and what it means to you, yeah, you'll go a long way with it, I think. So yeah, I can't recommend it enough, really. Just having the accountability group, the logical layout, and yeah, that community aspect. And like, I mean, I asked heaps of questions throughout the course, and like just having you there to be like, just redirect me or put me on the right track, because I'd have these weird thought processes, and just being able to like be like, hey, what I'm thinking, is this right? And just having you be there, just be able to reply straight away and be like, yeah, no, actually this, or be like, yeah, that is right. Keep going down that track. So, yeah, just the whole thing, man. I can't say thank you enough, really.
Awesome, bro.
For having a platform for us to be able to take our first steps into the language, man. It's good.
Yeah, bro. I love hearing, you know, the passion and the enthusiasm in your voice, and you know, to see how far you've come in that like really relatively short period of time, 30 days. And I'm so glad that you and, you know, everyone else through the course was able to get so much from it and go from that place of, you know, where you were at the start, confused, not sure where to go, not sure whether this was going to be the right thing, not sure how it was going to work, to where you are now, you know, listening to how passionate you are about it. It makes me very happy and very proud of, you know, yourself and everyone that's gone through the course.
Yeah.
Cool, bro. So for anyone watching at home over, you know, in 12 months time, 2 years time, 5 years time, is there anything else, any final thoughts that you'd like to add or share before we wrap up?
Yeah, no, just if you want to do it and it's something you really want to do, just jump on it. Like, don't let your fears or these false beliefs that reasons why you can't do it stop you. Like, if it's something you want to do, just get into it. Like, just start. First step, and then the rest will just come naturally. So yeah, overcome your fears and just do what you want. Hey, so.
Perfect, bro. It's all a mind game, though. Is false evidence appearing real. Appearing real was a good acronym I heard for fear.
Yeah, no, it's good.
Cool, bro. Well, thank you very much.
Yeah. No, go. I was just gonna say the course is really good. Like, it's the best way to start. I think it's a logical start to the language. Right? It's good.
Yeah, bro, sky's the limit now. All right, bro, thank you for jumping on. For everyone watching at home, hope you've enjoyed this chat with Leighton. Yeah, if you want to get in touch, please reach out, comment below this video, or just shoot me a message on Facebook, Instagram, wherever else. So cool, bro. Thank you very much for jumping on, and we'll talk soon, eh?
All right. Thanks, brother.
Sure, bro.